Hi, I'm Edgar Paul at Sozo Hair Studio in Kirkland, Washington with my model Jamie. You might remember her from a video we did last year. We're going to cut her hair again, and I'm going to show you how to style her hair using our lovely Redken products. And I'm going to show you a technique of cutting that I may not have shown you before, or you may not know about. And I want to also thank you for coming in today. It's Cinco de Mayo. It's 80-some degrees out there, and we're 6 blocks away from the water. So this is truly a sacrifice on her part, and I thank her very much. I've sectioned Jamie's hair off just on a part. I call it the nerd part. It's way over here on the side. But I'm really not going to cut this hair a great deal. It has been cut recently, and she likes her hair really clean and trimmed. And I think that's the reason she consented to being a model. So what I could do is, if this is, there's traditional ways of cutting hair like this. One way is I could just go in here. You wouldn't mind if I did that, Jamie, just cut it off?
Just a little bit. No,
we don't want to do that. And the reason we don't want to do that is we lose all that delicious texture. So I'm going to show you a technique of how to get that delicious texture back. Normally I'd start my haircut on my perimeter, establish the perimeter, then establish the cut. But because the perimeter is pretty established, you guys don't need to see that. I'm going to show you a little technique here. I'm going to pull the hair up, get the comb out of the way, and I don't know if you can see it behind me, but I'm opening the scissors up and I'm pushing my fingers through the hair, and I'm just back combing the hair. You see just a little teeny bit of hair comes out? I might have shown you this before, but you can do it. It's better on dry hair. You can do it on wet hair if you're really careful. The technique is to just keep the scissors open and just kind of slide through it like you're back combing, and not too deep into it. As you slide, you pull the scissors out. Or I mean your fingers out, excuse me. Don't pull the scissors out, that'd be ridiculous. Pull your fingers out and you get just a little bit of hair comes out. Now after you've done that, you can go back through it and you can take the top, and now you can slide out if you wish to get rid of some of the more fragile pieces, or as I like to say, fragile pieces.
I prefer fragile.
Fragile! Is that Italian? Now, Jamie.
Yes, sir.
You have a motorcycle, is that correct?
That's correct.
What kind of motorcycle do you have?
Well, I have a Suzuki 650 Adventure. I recently got rid of the Ducati for an adventure bike, so I can do longer distance overnight trips.
Yeah. And you went riding yesterday?
Yep, went out to Whidbey Island and took the ferry back.
If you guys don't know where Whidbey Island is, it is one of the most beautiful places on the planet. And I used to live in Anacortes and would take the ferry boat over there on the weekends and go fishing. It's just off camera. Now I'm going to take the sides here and I'm going to show you that we can clean this up a little bit without going too far afield. I like these really fragile looks on the sides. And how you accomplish that is that you can section it off. I like to get rid of some of the hair. Can you see this? Pull all the hair up like this. And instead of cutting it off, I like to come behind my fingers and cut it off as I drag through the hair. Now what that does is that automatically creates that really fragile little softness right in there, just right off the bat, without me having to. I look like an expert when I do it. Jamie, I'm giving you too many of the secrets of hairdressing here. You know how lazy we are, and that we prefer to look really good without having to stress over hair. We want it to be automatic, to cut quickly through the hair. A haircut should take about a half an hour. You can do that also here, and there's a little triangular shape where at the apex of the ear. Now the apex of the ear isn't the top of the ear. The apex of the ear is here. That goes right up to the, just to the crown right there. And the top of the ear would be that. The apex is where the longest piece of the ear is. So I like to cut a little triangle out of that, of weight, not length, but just of weight. And that's one way you do it, is just come up through the hair like this and just slide through it like that. I can also come up through that. A very common way to do that is to come up through it and do it vertically. Same bloody thing. I'm trying to be British, did it work? Come up through it, and now I'm cutting behind my hands again, just like we showed you earlier. There's two ways to cut behind the hand. There's this way, where I'm sliding up as I drag my fingers out of the hair so I don't create chunks. And the other way, of course, is to back comb, push the hair down. They have similar effects, but the first one takes more of the sliding volume out, the second one just tips it. So now that is going to release a lot of energy from that area. It's going to push the hair in multiple directions, forward and backwards. But it's also, from the front profile, it's going to eliminate the thing that women hate with short hair, is that bulge right here, the bulge as we call it. They don't want that. They want to have the hair be able to move back and forth, and they want it to look very clean there and not have that rounded Sassoon wedge look right there. So that takes care of that. So I showed you two things on this cut, and that's pretty much all I'm going to show you on the haircut today. So I'm going to finish the rest of the cut off camera, and then I'm going to style her. Well, now we're going to start drying Jaime's hair, and I did what I said I would do. I cut this whole area up here just softly back home in the hair, basically with the scissors. And here I cut underneath the back combing and also over the top, and slice through these areas here to clean it up, to get some of the weight. These short haircuts, they get real heavy really fast right through here, and particularly up here in the crown. So we took care of that for it. Now I'm going to use some of my lovely Redken products, Aerate. It's got the number 8 on it, which means it's a lighter styling product. I'm going to put some of that on my hand, and it's kind of a gelatinous goo, which I love. It's my favorite phrase. Smells great, very neutral smell. Put some of that in the palm of my hand. Then I'm going to use something a little stiffer. It's called the rough paste. By itself it might be too much on her hair, so I'm going to use just a little dab will do you. Mix them together, and I'm creating something with a lot of hold to it. 12 being a little higher hold, they number their products. And so I'm able to get something in between the two, but that has kind of a rough set to it, but yet some slippage, some slippage. So I'm putting those together, and I'm going to use a technique of drying that's very simple. You can do this at home if your hairdresser works in the salon. I'm going to just start kind of like a kitty cat, pawing the hair. And I'm blowing into underneath my hand. So here's my hand, and I'm going up in there. So I'm creating a little cave for the hair, blowing into it, so the hair doesn't just fly all over the place. And by kneading it, I'm creating a sort of a disorganized organization of the hair. Now, where the hair isn't long and full on these shorter cuts, I'll just dry it with my fingers and pull the hair down like that. But this is a great way to create more volume than Mademoiselle wants. She's going to look at this volume, and I know Jaime, she'll look at this volume and go, I don't wear my hair this way. But for purposes of this video, I want to show you a little great looking hair, great looking woman, and some styling products that allows me to get a fabulous full volume look out of this hair. Perfect for boating, walking on the beach, meeting that cute guy at work for drinks, that kind of stuff. Are there any cute guys at work where you work, Jaime? Remember, they'll be seeing this video.
Sorry. Can't say that there are.
Okay, we'll not tell them about this video. But you see what's happening is I'm creating kind of a really rough, full look in the hair. I can tamp this down any way I want to. I can bring this hair back down into any shape I want to. What I've done is I've kept the natural curl and enhanced the natural curl in her hair and dried it with some volume off the scalp. So now, whatever I do to the hair is up to her. It's like her turn to say, oh, I like bangs, I don't like it too high, that kind of stuff. When you want to pull some of the hair back down, I like to take the hair and kind of twist it and pull it down. That way I keep some of the volume in it without flattening it. You see how that works? It's very fluffy right there, and I can always flatten it out more. But that gives me the opportunity to keep a little bit of this volume in the sides, so I don't have like the mohawk high hair and then the flat hair here. I'm finishing up with the product called 17. It is a great name, Structure Wax by Redken. So this is what I just get that, seal in that moisture look in the hair. And I'm just tipping the hair with my fingers here. And we're just talking about losing weight, and I made her hair look heavier by doing that, didn't I, Jaime? Is that a lot of hair for you?
I can't see it yet.
Good. I'm not going to let you. Well, okay, Jamie, take a look. And then I want everybody else to look. Here. What do you think?
That's crazy, Edward.
Check it out. Is this crazy? I'm thinking it's crazy. Yeah, that's wild and crazy. Now, this is what how I wear your hair if you want to impress the heck out of that cute guy at work. The one you refuse to admit. Or unless he doesn't exist. This is really hot, sexy cocktail hour hair that Jamie would not ordinarily wear. But it really gives her a beautiful, strong face a lot more strength. It gives her a beautiful face a lot more strength and definition. Brings her massive eyes out. And is a great frame for her. I think gentlemen in the city of Seattle, vermin that they all are, would really like this, what they see here. Now, Jamie, you're going to wear it a little differently, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Could you make it do that now for us?
Okay.
Yeah, run your hands through it, or do you want a brush?
Well, maybe my hands.
Okay, try your hands and try to bring it down.
Ever use a brush?
Good. That's your smart girl. She's going to bring it down, and she's going to finish the look on her terms. And so I'm going to show you the versatility of the way we cut and the way we style.
I need to be able to see in the mirror.
Okay. The products we used on her don't make the hair. That's why I wanted her to do this. Do not make the hair a solid block of whatever, of waxes and paste and pomades. It doesn't grease up the hair. It doesn't weight the hair down. And the products we used allow her to reassemble the hair in any way, shape, or form that she's comfortable with. So that's a reason I handed her the kind of my sneaky way of showing the value of the product. So check it out. Now Jamie's got something a little bit more to her daily. This is how she's going to wear her hair during the day, at work and at play. Particularly if she's riding a motorcycle, she can't have that big hair with a motorcycle. But you see the versatility of the cut, and you see the versatility of the styling. So I want to thank you again for being here. I'm Edward Paul with my model Jamie. We're at the Sozo Hair Studio in Kirkland, Washington. It's a beautiful day, and we're going to go out in it. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.